Hello, good day and good morning everybody. So it's a lovely day and yet another property review. This time around we are reviewing the Birch along Jalan Ipoh, also known as Residensi Sentul Barat. So the Birch is basically a service apartment. It's located very near to the city centre along Jalan Ipoh as mentioned. And this property is actually by SCP Group. See, you can see that. So those of you who have heard of SCP, it's because SCP is actually one of the biggest and largest car management services in Malaysia. Okay, if you go to, let's say, Filio Damansara, or even if, let's say, you go to Megan Avenue, you see this SCP logo. Okay, they started off as a car management service company approximately 20 years ago, but today their main source of revenue comes from property development. Okay, so this Birch has 681 units, freehold, and the layout ranges from 680 plus to just under 1,000. So I would say very small units in general, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, and of course because of the proximity close to the city centre, this property is I would say very competitively priced. Okay, it's not too expensive, and that's because they managed to do this by having a smaller unit. You know, that's the trend nowadays, where developers generally build smaller units so they maintain the absolute price. Okay, so now let's head to the units. So the Birch consists of two blocks, namely Block A over here. You can see Block A, and this is actually Block B. Because this unit is new, handover just done recently, so you actually have your office for the handover of keys. I believe this will be later converted probably into a mart. So this is the lobby for Block B, and immediately once you enter the lobby, you will have your security post here, and there is your mail room, okay, where you get your meals, accessible by access card. Going deeper into the lobby, you have your lift lobby with a total of 4 lifts. One lift, that side will be for what we know as your lift bomba. Heading up. So we are going to review a unit. This is a type A2 unit. It's located on the 41st floor. So this is the highest floor for the Birch. And because it's the highest floor, so you have right here nice bright, I wouldn't say airy because it's actually closed up, but certainly very nice and bright airway. So this is actually a big difference, right? If you go right at the bottom, right, the lower floors, you will notice the walkway of the corridor is much darker and gloomier. So yes, one of the benefits of being on the highest floor is that you get good, great, bright, nice pathways. And this walkway also is very generous. I would say is 7 to 8 feet, 7 feet, yeah. So entering into the unit of this size A2 layout, it's 668 square feet. It has 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. Immediately on my right, you will notice the kitchen area, and leading out to the kitchen area is your yard. So that's where you're expected to put your washing machine. And again, nice airway. And because again, for the first floor, so you have lots of sunlight. No rain, because they've again covered it up for safety purposes. So it's just sunlight. That's more than enough, right? Because you also don't want water splashing into your unit, onto your aircon compressor. So this is the aircon compressor for the living room. They put it on an external perch here, as opposed to putting it outside on your balcony area. Your DB box. You have a 2 horsepower Daikin aircon and very nice view of KL city center. So of course there in the distance you have KLCC, KL Tower, TRX. So that is the famed Bukit Tunku, also known as Kenny Hills. So lots of villa, mansions, bungalows. Yeah, this is really where the rich, the top tier 1% of Malaysians stay. That is Jalan Kuching. So it's actually quite easy to get onto Jalan Kuching. From here, this Birch, you turn off back to Jalan Kasipilih, you turn around this building sort of, and then you can easily end up on Jalan Kuching. Okay, so Jalan Kuching all the way, you drive, you basically right into KL basically. And then that's PJ, that's the PJ skyline. The palace is Tanah Negara. It's this area to the back. I'm not sure if you can see, but yeah, that's the palace. Yeah. So stepping in back, into the bathroom. This is the shared bathroom. Very nice quality fittings. The sink by Sorrento, and again, no surprise, you got tiles all the way up to the ceiling. You got a faceplate for your water heater. I like the tiles of this. Nice industrial grey tile, and this is actually not easy to install. Very tedious, labor intensive, where they stick. So basically it comes in one big sheet, right? They have to stick it and then they pull it off. There's a piece of plastic they have to pull off. Not one by one. It comes in a big sheet, but certainly not as convenient as this type of tiles to install. So this is something very nice, but at the same time very labor intensive. Not cheap if you to install on yourself, or rather you get people to install for you. This is the guest bedroom. So you have ready aircon point here, and for this unit, this bedroom, also that nice view that I showed earlier. It's not all the way to the bottom, the window panels, but I guess this is good enough. Not floor to ceiling, but yes, still big sizable panel for lots of sunlight. So now is 10 in the morning. No sun into the unit. So the unit is is facing south, I believe. Okay, so no direct sunlight into the unit, living room or the bedrooms in the morning or in the late afternoon. Yeah. So this is the master bedroom, and that's where you put your outdoor unit. There's an aircon latch. Really love this view for the first floor. So yeah, nice view. Even the air is always nicer when you're on a higher floors. This is the master bedroom. It's a bit unconventional in my opinion. A layout for the master bedroom like this. The master bathroom, let's step back a bit. Yes. So again, the same quality fittings that you have. You got a water point faceplate there, so you can instantly plug it in. And even if you notice the plaster ceiling for the toilets work, there is a groove at the edge there. Okay, slightly more, it's better design, better, more expensive. But I'm not sure if I would appreciate it. So that's all for the unit review, and now we'll head to the facilities floor. Okay, we have to look at the facilities. I really like the facilities here. It's simple, basic, yet fully functional. Yeah, let's head to the facilities floor. Out of the lift on the 8th floor, this is the facilities floor for the Birch. So right out, stepping out of the lift lobby for Block B, at the center again, you have your swimming pool. This is an Olympic length swimming pool. And here you have your gym, sizable gym I would say. Swimming pool, and this is Block A. So this whole area is a very old area, right? Just looking at around the surroundings, you can tell. This is actually Sungai Batu, and Sungai Batu will lead all the way down to Masjid Jamek, where it becomes the river of life, essentially the Klang River. Yeah. And actually, if you look close enough, you can actually see MRT. Okay, so that's MRT Line 2, scheduled to open in March 2023. That is about a 300-meter walk to the MRT. So again, this development, the Birch, is really well connected. You have your MRT there, and from that MRT station, it's only 5 stations to KLCC station. Okay, so yes, it's decently close to the city center. So walking around the floor on level 8, I would say the facilities for this development is pretty much standard and basic. Nothing out of the blue. You have very standard facilities, garden, open area, playground. This is your multi-purpose hall at the 8, which also, I'm not sure if you can take a look. Yes. Okay. So this multi-purpose hall is just a gathering space. It's not a badminton hall. Most developments, multi-purpose hall, you can convert it to a badminton hall also, right? It's high enough, but no, you don't have that here. This is your laundry room, waiting for an operator to come in. Moving around to the other side, you have a very nice kids pool area, and we'll go to that kids playground shortly. I really like the kids playground here, and let me show you why. It's certainly above the average as far as the playground, kids playground is concerned. BBQ area. So there are two BBQ areas. One is here, one's on the other end. I'll be showing you that. Look at that. Nice kids pool area with a slide. And this is the indoor kids playground with the jungle gym. Yeah. So part of it is covered, so the area is covered. So even if it rains, you can happily bring your kids. This part is exposed, but yes, nice big area. And even you have these nice structures where kids can actually cycle and then actually move. Yeah. So that's the kids playground. You have a function room here, slightly smaller than the multi-purpose hall that I showed you. Prayer room for the males and females. Herb garden. You can see pandan, serai, and another BBQ area. So it's common nowadays that developments also have two BBQ areas, and this is where they'll split between the halal and non-halal, food or use. Okay, so two BBQ areas, and this is the yoga deck. So you have 3 yoga decks here. Because the layout of this whole development, the Birch is on a very small piece of land, and they really had to squeeze and maximize the land, right? So for this layout also, you will notice that I can't walk around the swimming pool. This is essentially a dead end. Yeah, I will need to basically go and trace back to my path if I were to go back to block B. Okay, so yes, that's about it. Thank you for watching. Do subscribe, do like the channel, and see you in my next video. Thank you.